Easy.
Win, we are winner. Everything good and everything is alright. In the place. My name is King Lagazee. In the studio right now.
Easy.
My guest is seated. You understand me? Me say my guest is seated already, man. I want to them, the man. Yo.
Easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is an attorney. You understand me? For entertainment. So tonight, what do you expect? Some teachings. Artists, you have to know yourself. You understand me? He is also an author. He has written a book about Emperor Haile King Selassie. You understand me? He is also the founder and the CEO of Jamaica Music Conference. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are privileged on Hit 103.9 on the show Yard Settings to have the man Kwasi, but I prefer to call him Kwasi Bonsu. You understand me? I'm comfortable with that. Kwasi.
Yes, I.
How are you doing?
I'm giving thanks for life and strength.
Yes. We've spoken on the phone before, like twice, right?
Yes, I.
But not in person in the studio like this.
I don't think I've been live with the eye in studio.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is a blessing, you know.
Definitely.
Because a long time we know King Lagazee, you know.
Definitely. So, we all know you've been doing wonderful works out there. You understand me? Let's start with Jamaica Music Conference. You understand me? Like briefly, how did it start and what have you achieved so far?
Well, first I would just want to greet the people of Ghana in that divine name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie the First. Glory and honor in the name of his chosen Queen Empress was Zero Menion. I have to do that.
Easy.
But yeah, Jamaica Music Conference really came out of Iman wanting to start a publishing company, music publishing, realizing that a lot of the revenue in the music industry is generated from publishing. So I started a publishing company and I did the launch with a panel discussion at the University of the West Indies in Jamaica. And, you know, the reception of that panel, a lot of ones are saying we need to bring more of the education to Jamaica. So the very next year, we established the Jamaica Music Conference. That was 2013 at Edna Manley School for the Arts. That first year, we had Rory Stone Love. We had Protege. We had the legendary Bob Andy, who is now with the Ancestors, Carolyn Cooper, and many other. And then from there, we built every year from strength to strength. And, you know, we've had a lot of achievements. You know, we've had bands that attend JMC that get tour opportunities. We've had artists meet and collab. We've had artists meet, perform at JMC and then get featured on BBC by Shawnee B. We've had so many small success stories in terms of the benefits. But I think the biggest benefit from the JMC is, you know, yearly we bring cutting edge education on the music industry. We bring the big players in the music industry so that the people can find out, because as you know, as someone who's in the industry, this industry changes every year, maybe every month.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Especially with technology. And a lot of I are stuck in the 80s or the 90s and don't realize how rapidly the industry is changing. So one of the things we try to do is bring a platform that can really educate artists so that we're not just creating the raw materials for other people to reap, and that the artists themselves can create some generational wealth for their family, realizing that they're a business and that they own a brand that they have to manage and to maintain, you know?
I think the Jamaica music industry, they've got the same problem as Ghana.
Yes.
Because when you come to Ghana, royalties,
yes,
are like the main problem. Artists can't receive their royalties.
Okay.
You understand me? And also the issue to do with branding.
Yes.
You understand me? Where artists will know that, okay, what I'm doing is business.
Yes.
So in this case, I have to present myself in the business manner that I will attract, like what we call marketing. You understand me?
Yes.
So that at least people can patronize my products.
That is.
But a lot of them don't take it that serious.
No.
People think you just go into the studio, you record a song, you put it online, and people start downloading and all that, and they'll be waiting for shows and all that. How does that work for you?
Well, I started a YouTube channel to give legal advice for free. And I realized, I do other things on my YouTube channel, but I realized my legal advice that, I charge people hundreds of dollars for consultation per hour. And I give away some information for free. And these are my lowest performing videos on my channel. So what I realized, a lot of people don't, they don't want the information, I'm going to be serious tonight. I'm going to cause some controversy tonight.
Of course.
A lot of artists set themselves out for failure because a lot of artists are in fantasy land. King Lagazee, may I tell you the truth?
Same.
You know what I mean? They just, they have a vision of what they think the industry is, which is like you said, they think they're going to do a song, they have talent, they upload it and it's going to become a hit song and they will just collect the millions of dollars. They don't realize that you are a small business owner as an artist. You have to put money into your marketing. You have to have a team. This is not something that is an overnight success, There are maybe 1 in a million artists that are going to have a song that goes viral. It's like winning the lotto. But the vast majority is either you're going to build your fan base bit by bit, and a lot of artists make mistakes and lose a lot of money because they're not educated. So, like I said, I have a YouTube channel. I give away the information. Artists still, and I know hundreds of artists, personally. So I'm not talking about fantasy life, you know what I mean? What we have to do, I think, is start with the younger generation, and this is why with Jamaica Music Conference, we do a lot of work with the high schools, we bring the youths them. I think we have to educate a new generation of artists in terms of the creative part, but also the business part, because how it is right now, I can tell you in the Jamaican music industry, it's not pretty, especially with COVID. A lot of artists don't understand publishing, that they have to register with multiple agencies, not just one or two, in order to collect all of the money that's out there, because you have performance rights, that is the BMI, the ASCAP, the JCAP, if you're in Jamaica, or the different agencies. But then you also have royalties for your sound recording, your master recording. That's the Sound Exchange in America. That's the Jams in Jamaica. And then aside from your master recording rights or sound recording rights, then you have the neighboring rights, which is the public performance right of your master recording. These are all different agencies that I'm telling you about. Then you have synchronization, where you put your films in movies, so you might register with an agency that does placements for you for film and television. So if you don't know about some of these places that you need to actively register, you're not going to be collecting all of the money that's due to you. The other thing is that streaming is paying you pennies, fractions of a penny for a play. So just because you upload through a DistroKid, through a CD Baby, through a TuneCore, a Hapelos, there are so many companies, digital distributors. Just because you upload and you're on all of the platforms, and you have a few thousand streams, that might not even equal up to $10, to be honest. So you have to also recognize that streaming, most artists are not being paid a lot from streaming. The labels are the ones who get most of the money from streaming. Most artists, you have to get ancillary money. So that means either your super fans, your merchandise, you're creating a subscription service, you're routing, you have your email list, you are catering to those people who are your extraordinary fans. And I drum this in to all of my clients. 20% of your fan base typically accounts for 80% of your revenue across all genre. So what most artists do is they spend all of their time trying to please the 80% and they neglect the 20% that actually wants to hear what they have to say and that's actually spending money on them because they don't feel that it's big enough. But what I tell artists in the U.S., because I'm licensed in the U.S., Washington, D.C., and Maryland, is that if you find 1,000 people who will spend $100 with you a year, which is roughly $8.30 per month, that's a six-figure income. You're making the same money as a doctor or a lawyer with your creative artwork, you know. But most people, when you tell them 1,000 people, that sounds too small, oh. They want millions of fans. They don't want... you know, it sounds too small. They don't realize that you can build a sustainable career as a small business music entrepreneur if you are targeted, if you are, you know, putting out your baskets, if you are building your creative ecosystem the right way. And that is what I really want to impart to Ghana artists. And if you're listening to me and you're serious, go to my YouTube, you know, Dejazmatch Kwasi, the official Dejazmatch Kwasi on YouTube. Follow me on IG, and I will give you some things for free. Not everything, you know, because I charge hundreds of dollars an hour, US currency, for this information. But I love my people, so I try to give them at least a roadmap.
Definitely. So why do you think, you know, all this education you're giving about music and how to collect your royalties and all that, they're having small views on YouTube? Whereas if you were to be talking about sex positions and all that, trust me,
people are intimidated by the knowledge, you know, and this is what we have to understand, because it's not sexy. They feel it's boring, but it's not boring when your manager is stealing millions of dollars from you or hundreds of dollars. It's not boring when the label is taking your money. You know what I mean? So you, by skipping the important part, you may never see success, because you might be playing chess, or you might be playing checkers rather, while the game is chess. And this is what I want artists to say, because most artists are trying to become a superstar, and to become a superstar there are steps, and if you try to skip the steps, it's most likely that you'll never succeed and you will die a pauper in this music industry. So I want artists, like I say, to set realistic goals that they can achieve. And over time, if you put in the work, then you can become that star or that superstar. But it starts with identifying what your consumer looks like. Who are the people that are into what you're into? Where do these people congregate online? What is the cost of the marketing spend that you need to invest to get your product in front of these eyeballs of these people? This is the common, basic business concepts that we want to put into our young people who are choosing a career in music.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Hit 103.9 FM. I'm reasoning one-on-one with Kwasi Bonsu. He's in Ghana now, so let's stick to Kwasi Bonsu. You understand me?
Yeah, I don't mind it. I'm
everything good in the place. This is Hit 103.9. Yard settings. My name is King Lagazee. So now, artists, you have to follow his YouTube channel and learn about how to, make money out of music.
Yes.
Because a lot of people think it's a fun thing. You understand me? I see a lot of artists complaining bitterly that, I've been doing music for so long. I've been doing music for years, especially reggae artists.
Yes.
And I don't make anything out of music and all that. And I'm like, are you serious? Why is it that other people are making millions of dollars out of music and you are not making it? What is the problem? What are you doing so wrong that you've not been able to attract that particular musical wealth? Why? So these are some of the questions I pose to them, and at the end of the day, I don't get any reasonable answers from them.
No.
And it's so sad, so you have to follow Kwasi Bonsu and make sure that you get all the 411. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
As he said, he is the founder and the CEO of Jamaica Music Conference. So it's not a play thing.
No.
at all. Now, you wrote a book about Haile Selassie.
Yes, I
don't know if you can summarize, it for us.
Well, we're coming up to the 130th anniversary of the birth of Haile Selassie, July 23rd this year. I wrote a book about the birth of His Majesty. So it's really a book about Ethiopian history, but I wrote it like an epic fantasy saga, because black people, we like stories. So I want it to be like a griot, that I could tell a story that is not a dry kind of history, but it could be entertaining, but actually factual. So when you read about, for example, when His Majesty was born, there was a 4-year famine called the Evil Days in Ethiopia. I might describe that as the angel of death was on the land, and you make it more dramatic, but at the same time, you make it accessible to the reader. So it's not, if you know things like Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, the Marvel cinematic universe, all of these kind of epic kind of fantasy things, they talk about a lot of stories about kingdoms. And when I go into the history of Ethiopia, I see that the reality was just like what they're writing about. So we don't have to make up any fantasy. We can write about our African stories and bring them. I just chose Ethiopia because it's unconquered. I'm Rastafari. So I wrote the book that I always wanted to read. And the book is doing very well. We give thanks, Bookman Express. The publisher, Rastafari publisher, has been dealing with it with a justice. The copies have been selling, and we're gonna start doing, now that COVID is kind of COVID stop keep in a lot of places. So we're gonna start doing some book events. We're gonna do probably an online book club. And things to get more people into the book. We just launched the Amazon Kindle ebook version. So the Amazon ebook for Ghana readers, if you can't buy the book on Amazon or any other platform, you can get the ebook now. So it's available. Haile Selassie's Ethiopia, Volume 1, The Rise of the Priestly Warrior Kings. And it's important, and I want the Rastafari artists as well to read this book, because we need to be inspiring people as Rastafari. And I find that it seems like in the music we're getting farther and farther away from the roots of Rastafari and from the message. So it's time to kind of reset and come back to the source of Rastafari, which is Haile Selassie, the first international black liberation and repatriation, the returning of the stolen Africans to the African continent. These are the central pillars that Rastafari was built on. But now it seems like a lot of us are getting jiggy. We're getting, we're losing the focus. And I think we're suffering for it because, we used to ram stadiums and different things, beautiful manifestation, our big Rastafari artists like the Burning Spears, Robert Nesta Marleys, who set the trends because they were sending the message through the four corners. We have to big up some of the younger youths, them, the Chronics, some of the other youths, them that are holding the banner, but they need company, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
And some of the older artists that were holding the banner, they're looking shaky on the battlefield right now. So, we want to pray that ones read this book and that it inspires them again to really come with that root message of Rastafari for the world. And we're going to do what we can to get the book into Ghana, the physical copies, hopefully by next year. But again, it's available on Amazon ebook for the Kindle. So if one's in Ghana, our ebook readers, you can order the book and read it today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, in the studio is Kwasi Bonsu, and trust me, we're reasoning about what exactly he's been doing, for years now, supporting the reggae industry, especially the reggae industry. Even though he's got his own thing to take care of, he always, takes some time, and support the industry as well. So artists, what are you waiting for? He's in Ghana now. I think the last time I spoke to you, we were talking about the Jamaica Music Conference that maybe you were looking forward to take some artists from here to Jamaica or something like that.
Yes.
How is that going to work?
We are starting now to plan to bring back the physical conference now that COVID, stopped keep a road in the West. So we are looking at definitely how we're gonna bridge that gap. I definitely would like to bring some Ghanaian artists and business people to Jamaica. We're still in the early planning stage, so we'll be lining up our sponsorship, and depending on how that goes, we definitely, because I would love to bring a King Lagazee, for example,
definitely
to Jamaica to, talk to the people about sound system culture.
Definitely.
In Africa and reggae music in Africa. And we'd like to bring some other promoters, maybe artists as well, because we want to build that bridge. And then we're also looking to do Jamaica Music Conference here in Ghana too. Mm-hmm. I've been linking with different ones in the industry here as well. Mm-hmm. So we definitely are going to start doing some events here in Ghana to bridge that gap between Ghana and Jamaica. I'm going to reason with the Jamaican government officials to see if we can get them on board in terms of supporting this movement. And we'd also like to get the Beyond the Return part of the Ghana tourism on board as well, because we know the connection between Ghana and Jamaica. We see the Black Star that represents Marcus Garvey and the Black Star Line. So Ghana and Jamaica have a special connection. Also, we know Asajifo Kwame Nkrumah was very close with His Majesty and that Pan-African vision. So Ghana have a role to play in this repatriation. The Homeland Return Act bill is on the table in Ghana, which will grant citizenship. So there's a lot of things that I think Ghana is the perfect place for Jamaica to really root. And Ghana has the ability to become the Jamaica of Africa, in the sense that Ghana have the Irie vibes. Ghana have low crime rate. Mm-hmm. Ghana have very kind and loving people. Mm-hmm. Ghana does have beaches, not the greatest beaches when you compare it to Jamaica, but we can work with them.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Ghana have sunshine, and it just, so Ghana, I think, marketed correctly, can really become the Jamaica of the whole continent. Nigeria, when we think of Nigeria, we think about New York, we think about LA, it's hustle and bustle. Ghana more easy,
more easy.
Yeah, man, Ghana nice, So I think that we want to connect with the Ghana tourism. And I want to big up a bridge, and I just linked with today, Taj Weeks. He'll be doing a reggae concert here July 23rd. I'm going to connect the eye with him too.
Okay.
And he's connected with Ghana Tourism Ministry. But there are other ones who are trying, and with the Jamaica Music Conference, what we want to do is connect the dots.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So that everyone is working to the same thing. It's not Lagazee over here at work, Daddy Basco over here at work, this one over here at work. We want to connect everyone together under one umbrella, so that reggae, dancehall, and Afrobeats, all of these can work together to uplift and elevate. Because the modern Afrobeats, we know it sounds a lot like dancehall, and enough of it, is dancehall inspired. So, we claim them thing there too. And we want all of them to work together so we can elevate the genre on the continent. And, the artists that are here can do collabs with the artists in Jamaica and vice versa. So we can lift up the industry.
All right. So I would like to know this. Mm-hmm. What, as a legal practitioner,
yes,
what legal advice will you give to especially our reggae dancehall artists?
A reggae dancehall artist, I would say, first of all, make sure you're incorporated as a business. A lot of artists are operating what we call a sole proprietor in America, meaning they don't have a registered entity. They're not operating as a business entity. So if, for example, if you're an artist and you're not registered and incorporated, you miss a show, the promoter can sue you and take away your house, your car, everything, because you are personally liable instead of you register your business and have your business contract. So if they sue you, they can only get what your business, they can only sue your business because you're operating under your business. So, it sounds simple, but this is a basic thing that a lot of reggae dancehall artists have not done. They wait till they get signed to a label and they're hoping the label will take care of their business. The minute you decide that you want to be an artist, you need to go and register a business entity. You need to sign yourself to that entity. And then anybody who wants to book you for shows, they go through the entity. So that gives you liability protection for whatever you're doing. The contracts that you're doing is through your entity, not through your personal self. So that's free game that I'm giving away. I charge hundreds of dollars for this King Lagazee, but through you name King Lagazee, I have to give you the sauce.
Definitely.
To make the people them know. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But that's a basic. And then the next thing is you want to register your trademark, your logo. This is about your branding now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The branding is not just you show up in a nice, pretty clothes. It means you have a trademark that's registered so that nobody else can use that. So all of your products, your merch, you're gonna brand it with your logo or your trademark and these basic things that you need to be a serious business. The next thing is make sure that you read about the industry. This is for reggae and dancehall artists, and that you are registered as a publishing entity with all of the entities that you need to collect wherever you're publishing. So that's your public performance, your mechanical royalties, your neighboring rights royalties, any of the whole suite of revenue streams that you can get from publishing. You want to make sure you sign up for that, and also research sync licensing, otherwise known as synchronization licensing, which means the licensing of your songs for music and television. Right now we're in the streaming era, meaning you have Netflix, you have Disney Plus, you have so many streaming services, HBO Max, thousands of shows, they're all looking for music. And you can make money, the licensing deals that they do, and oftentimes they want independent artists. They don't want known big songs because they have to pay more for those songs. They're looking for up-and-coming artists, and there's not a lot of reggae artists or dancehall artists that are tapping into this market actively, So these are some ways that you can structure your business and earn some revenue from what you're doing. Again, I'm not going to give away too much, King Lagazee. I want to just spark. But if you want to follow my page, I'm going to be doing a lot more entertainment law content. We talk about all different topics, but, this is my passion. So definitely tune in on the IG or tune in on the YouTube, the Dejazmatch Kwasi as Lagazee. I was taught Kwasi, but everywhere in Ghana, them say Kwasi, so I have to roll with it. This is the land. This is the land, you know what I mean? So we love it.
That man say Kwasi, and we say Kwasi.
So I have to roll with it.
Definitely. Definitely. So we give thanks every time. So how far with the Habisha, project too as well? Is it going on okay?
Yes, so Habisha stands for Helping Africa by Establishing Schools at Home and Abroad. We have a 5-acre campus that we are about 97% finished in Abri. In the Volta region. This is completely off the grid, and this is a repatriation center. So we really created a training institute to create that bridge, because we talk about repatriation, but when somebody comes here, how do they integrate into the society, into the culture? How do they get the skills that can help them to sustain their family? So we created a space and a program where people can heal from the trauma of being descendant from the transatlantic slave trade, but they can also get some skills. They can also detox in nature. They can also come to grips with themselves, and we're getting ready to do the launch in October. International launch is the Almighty willing. We're also getting ready to launch the website shortly for Kazi. If you go to www.habesha, HABESHAINC.org, Habisha Inc., Helping Africa by Establishing Schools at Home and Abroad is the acronym. You can find out more information. We're registered as an NGO here in Ghana. We've been operating here since 2004 on the ground in Ghana. So it's not a overnight thing. It's not a hurry come up thing. This is a state-of-the-art facility, fully solar, biofuel sanitation system. We have boreholes on the property, organic farm on the property, bamboo pavilion workshop. Everything is all natural. We're growing, every plant on the property, over 300 fruit trees, local indigenous food, herbs and different medicinal plants that we're growing on that property. So it's really a crowning achievement. Habisha is 20 years old, so this is a crowning achievement. And again, I call myself an actionist because this is an action. When we came into Rastafari, we talk about repatriation. We talked about creating a space for repatriation, and the Almighty is good because we come and live and see it completed now,
Definitely.
And we'll be doing a lot of programming. We're definitely going to invite the eye to the opening, King Lagazee, to come and see, so you can tell your people about what you have seen. I'll show you some pictures when we're off here too, or I'll send you some pictures that you can see the progress. But it's really a sight to behold. I was there last week, just checking up on the process. I'm a board member, so we have to do checks and things, and trust me, it really filled my heart with joy to know that this is a reality. Finally, we have a space.
All right. So the last thing we're going to talk about before we wrap it up all together, because our time is almost, you understand me? And then we have Inik and Pocho in the building too as well. Okay. So let's talk about Kwasi Bonsu, the artist.
Yes, I.
The singer.
Yes, I.
Now, let's talk about that in brief.
Yes. Well, first of all, before I was an attorney, before I was anything, I was an artist. I've been performing since high school. But because, my parents, education, they pushed me into the law. They said, do the law, that way the music don't work out, you're a lawyer. And I give thanks for that. But now that I'm a lawyer, now that I've been in the business, now I'm trying to really focus more on the music.
Okay.
And the beautiful thing is, because I'm not dependent on the income from music, I can really sing what I want to sing. I can do what I want to do.
Definitely.
What I mean? So my music is about black love. My music is about repatriation. My music don't compromise when we talk about consciousness, my music don't have to get shaky because me not depend on the music for a bus. Me can, you understand?
You can sing anything you want.
I can sing anything I want, but at the same time, I really want to push my music here in Africa. So I give thanks for the eye, because you're one of the DJs that have been playing the music. Big
Definitely.
up Kojo Kombolo, other DJs that have taken up the cause and have been playing the music, and there's a lot more music coming. I'm recording 2 EPs right now with a producer, so I'll have some fresh music soon, working on another mixtape as well. I have a mixtape out right now. So a lot of music, and you can get all of these links off of my IG. You can hear the music link, or you can go to my website, www.dejazmatchkwasi.com. All of my music, book, Jamaica Music Conference, the Association of Rastafari Creatives, all of the different works I do, you can reach them through my website, Dejazmatchkwasi.com. And I encourage everyone to go there, subscribe to the website. Let's build together. And I'm in the process of moving to Ghana, so I will be mashing up some stage show in Ghana shortly. You understand? I'll be running out on some stage in Ghana shortly, so look out for me.
Definitely,
Ghana
man.
World, yeah, man. And I plan to load up King Lagazee with some dub plate,
You don't see it, man.
So any guy want this King Lagazee in a dance hall, watch it,
Definitely, watch it.
Late night phone calling, in the morning. I still feel like I need to call. She says she's falling in love.
Lock it down.
Let's stand.
Hit FM 103.9. Can't touch your dial.
She's been crying around her heart. She gon' build a wall. Well, I've been hurt too.
Lock it down. Hit FM 103.9. Can't touch your dial.
Broken hearts, Rastafari, and I told her
His name is Kwasi Bonsu.
she says she's falling. She's been crying around her heart. She gon' build a
wall.
Well, I've been hurt too, but I won't hurt you.
And this is him singing.
Heal us all.
He'll wipe away trans.
This one is entitled Phone Call.
Overstand my blessing. Too busy stepping. Tell this life we were repping. Bragging to brethren. But women we were getting out. We find ourselves in Armageddon. Fighting a war without money or weapon.
I think a lot of advice has gone down to the artist, and also he's said a lot about his social media. So you have, if you're an artist, you have to look smart and play smart and follow this thing. Before we leave you finally, your word of advice, and also if you can hint again on the social media handles, so that at least the people them can link you and then have that kind of conversation with you.
Well, we're going to see how many of your listeners are serious, because I know what my social media following is right now.
Definitely.
So I'm going to see how much it increase after this interview. So if you're serious and you hear my voice, follow my social media, Dejazmatch, DEJAZMATCH KWASI, across all platforms, YouTube, IG, Facebook. Follow me. Link into the ecosystem. If you have questions, legal questions, and you're following me and you're part of the ecosystem, you can drop a comment, ask a question, and I'll answer it in a video. You know what I mean? I try to respond to my followers and my subscribers. So this is, again, information. I charge clients a lot of money. I don't go in-depth on a subject, so I won't go in-depth on your personal topic, but I will cover the areas in general. So the people who are already following me, they give thanks because they've been getting a lot of good information. But if you're serious about building yourself in this industry, follow. And again, send me a DM, send me your questions, and we will work and we will build. But again, I'm coming here to Ghana to live. I'll be back and forth, in and out. So look out for me, all of the different things: Jamaica Music Conference, Association of Rastafari Creatives, Habisha, Dejazmatch Kwasi Music. We have so many things coming, but we come to be a positive part of the Ghana music ecosystem and landscape. And we come to rise up Ghana to be that Pan-African oasis and that pinnacle on the African continent. Give thanks.
Respect every time. 55 minutes going into the R9 here on Hits 103.9 FM. My name is King Lagazee. And I would like to say a big thank you to, Kwasi Bonsu for coming. You understand me? We appreciate your time and space, and also the education. All the artists listening now, I know you have your pen and papers and all that kind of thing, and you're jotting down things, because this is the time for us to make something for ourselves. You understand me? It is not free. It is not cheap. Kwasi, thank you so much for coming.
And give thanks. It's a great honor to be here with Ghana's #1 sound system selector, #1 reggae radio host, King Lagazee. If you don't know, you have to know right now. King Lagazee, are you?
Easy.
Let's stand. I told her there's no need to fall. She says she's falling. She's been crying around her heart. She gon' build a wall. Well, I've been hurt too, but I won't hurt you. I pray the Almighty heal us all. He healed the broken hearts. Rastafari, he gon' ignite the spark. God, she's been crying around her heart. She gon' build a wall. Well, I've been hurt too, but I won't hurt you.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was Kwasi Bonsu.
Easy.
Dejazmatch Kwasi, you understand me, in the place.
Easy.
With all the education you need to know. You understand me? Ladies and gentlemen, follow him up and make sure you learn. You understand? It's very, very important that you follow up, you learn about your music and how to make money out of your music. Kwasi Bonsu, he's got all for you.